Yo, this is Pasqualé domain. You see me on the street, call me Squally, and here's an outpour of my story.
Every black boy needs a little love. If he put it down, I'ma pick it up. Can't you see it's just me and you?
I realized I was gay in middle school. It's actually a crazy funny story. There was a guy in seventh grade. He always wanted my homework and stuff, and I'm like, well, I'll be nice, cool, give it to him. Got annoyed with it, but I let it run. Eighth grade came back. He had a fade. That's my stealer right there. So I knew right there that I like boys, but I'm like, I don't really want to own up to this. It's not gonna slide at home and stuff. You know where I'm from. That's not really cool. But it got to the point where I couldn't even hang around my homies because they look good, and then erections began to occur around them, and I'm like, can't be having this. So being pulled out of the closet had to be like the worst thing possible. It was a lot of, "Are you gay? I think you're gay," and I'm just like, no. But the answer wasn't secure enough for them. So of course they're like, "Oh, you're just lying about it." And I'm like, "Why do y'all care so much? What is the issue with it?" I've been writing music and writing stories and things of that nature since I was in grade school, like elementary. So music was always a factor. Modeling didn't really begin until around June of 2019. I've always been into it, but my homegirl put me onto it, and she told me to go to Lafayette to Louisiana Creates. It was their part four, I believe, or part three that I began at, and it just blew up from there. Runway shows in New Orleans and Baton Rouge, and then I met some people down in New Orleans at Essence Fest when I modeled for them that still work in Atlanta. I came out here for a fashion show, and that was my first time coming to Atlanta. What if I done taken my craft more? I use people who are like-minded but better off than I am in their field that we're trying to get at both together. I use them as a mood board. Any model that I see that's heavy on the runway, I'm following you. I'm trying to see what you got going on, trying to learn your method so I can, get to a caliber as such. Do it with modeling and acting, but not music. That's just a different ball game. Some of the lessons I've learned around my craft have to be you can learn from anybody, from background to cast to crew, people who work the cameras, everything. Everyone around in my craft has a piece in what I'm trying to get at, and I can learn from all of them. A great lesson that I've learned from my craft is that rapport is everything. I was on a set once for a CGI film, and I didn't apply for it. I was picked through someone else because I built a good relationship with that PA. So that was one. And in the midst of this phone call, well, no, in the midst of this set, I got a phone call from another set. From the CGI film, I got pulled to work with Yolanda Adams. That really shifted me into working with Tyler Perry more, which I've been dying to get into. I've only worked with him once in the past, and from that one booking, I got a feature with another film through him to work with Mr. Tay Diggs. And from there, I got on a repetitive set with Sisters, and then Ruthless, and who knows what's next. Working on Tyler Perry Studio was like a huge dream come true, especially when I learned that he was building it up since '09. I'm thinking, I'm in ninth grade. I'm not thinking about anything of the sort. And here I am now doing this. When I first got on, it was via a booking with Bruh season 3. He was on the set with us. It was great. I got to do a whole lot of improv movement because the camera just rolls. He's the kind of director that's just really on his craft. He's going to make it work. It's going to come out. We're going to run it. Here it is. Produce it. It was a great experience. And from there, I had about a year lapse of bookings through him because I wasn't able to grab one. I had an opportunity to be on Sisters for season 4, I believe. Took a nap and I missed the book and I was distraught about it. But I'm like, it'll come back around. I'm not as anxious about it as other creators because I have other avenues of craft. A lot of them that are full on actors, they kind of like thrive on this. I thrive on it as well, but I also write music and I model, so I can't just put all of my eggs in one basket. So I am able to move away from it and then move on to my other craft to keep a balance. When I know that I'm successful, that's going to be when I wake up and I decide what I'm going to do today because my craft has paid for my entire life. What I do to make me happy pays my bills, pays for my expenses, pays for my family, pays for my friends. That's when I know I'm successful. When all of that is done via what I love to do. I'm squalid. It's my story. And I'm sticking with it.
And as always, I'm Antar Bush, and I want to thank you for the outpour of love and support. Take care.